flip it. Flip it. So sometimes when it comes to setting the goals, setting the objectives that you're trying to achieve with your health and fitness, it's about flipping it. So what do I mean by that? A lot of people aren't very clear, or they don't get very much clarity, or they don't fully know what they want when it comes to setting, and I'm getting attacked by midges, when it comes to setting goals for themselves, for their fitness, their health and their happiness. So I use the tip of flipping it. So what do I mean by flipping it? When you're setting a goal and I ask you the question, what do you want, Mike? What do you really want? How will you know that you're fit, healthy, or as happy as you want to? What is it that you want to achieve? And the common answer is, I don't know. So that's where I get you to flip it. So if you think that you're sat there in front of me, or we're on the phone and we're having this conversation, and I ask you, what do you want out of your health, fitness and happiness? And you don't know. So I ask you to flip it. What don't you want? If you look at it like that, what don't you want? And then a lot of us have lots of answers for that question in terms of what we don't want to feel in terms of our fitness. We don't want to feel so unfit that we, can't run around after the kids. We don't want to be so unfit that we can't run for the bus without feeling like our lungs are going to burst. Or we don't want to feel unhappy because of the way our clothes feel, or the way we feel like we have to cover ourselves up, or the way we feel uncomfortable when someone gets a camera out, or whatever it is. And the nuance is to flip it at that point. So you definitely know what you don't want, so then you flip it over. So if it's a case of you want to not, or you don't want rather, to be unfit enough to not be able to run for the bus, you're therefore flipping it, and you want to be fit enough to run for the bus. Or if your answer to my question, what don't you want, then was, I don't want to be so unhappy that I don't want to go out anymore, I don't want to socialize with people. Flipping it could mean, I want to be so happy that I'm going out all the time and I am socializing with lots of people. So it's a useful tactic for when it comes to working out what you really, really want, by starting with what you really, really don't want. Because most of us know that, what we really don't want, because then it's really easy to flip it so that it turns into something that you do want, or you can turn it into something that you do want. All right, so try that tactic the next time you set yourself a goal of something that is in relation to your health, fitness and happiness. If you are struggling to work out what those things are that you want to achieve, then work out first of all instead what you don't want to achieve, or what you don't want in your life, or how you don't want to feel, and then flip it so that you get clarity. Because if you float along and you don't know what you want, you're just going to float along and every day is going to feel the same. But if you then decide what you want and then you start taking action towards it, then you're going to get a damn sight closer to achieving that. And then if you have a plan and you throw accountability into it as well, then you're well on your way to actually making those real life changes. All right, so give that a go. Flip it and see how much more clarity you get. See how much more clear you are on what you actually want.